Welcome back to Man Down Sports. As you can see from the thumbnail, we got to talk about Team USA, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, all of those guys that was involved in this win they got against Serbia, man. So we go get into it. I'm gonna wait a little while to let some of y'all get in here. Shout out to all our members. Shout out to the subscribers as well, man. Y'all keep the channel going and keep it live and all that stuff, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to the live shows and watching the playbacks as well. But yeah, I got a couple of moderators in here. I see Taco Master in here. I want to wait to get a couple of more moderators in here. And also hit the share button. Definitely hit the like button on your way in. We're gonna have a good episode, man. I didn't do my normal show last week. So y'all didn't see my solo show last week. You definitely seen the full panel on Friday. But I owe y'all a solo show, so I'm probably gonna do two of them. This one is a full show, and then I'll probably do two next week, and I'll probably do one just for the members as well, man. So I'm gonna be busy next week. Yeah, Chris up in here, man. Yeah, I see you, man. I got three Shy Rod in here. I got three moderators in here. All right, so hit the like button, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button, man. We got a lot to talk about for real, and I'm opening the phone lines up, man. I want to hear from everybody. I'm gonna open that phone line up each segment because they all good segments to get into. Shay J up in the house. What's going on? I would love to watch today, but I'm having a dinner party today. All right, Shay, you can watch the playback for sure. We'll catch a call out on another show. But yeah, man, the game was good. Serbia, they had all their horses. Bot was there, Jokic was there. It wasn't enough. And Kevin Durant was a huge reason why it wasn't enough. So I want to kind of get into that. I also kind of want to contrast this team with some of the other teams. And it was something that Kobe said that was really important. I wanted to point out as pertains to LeBron as well. So we go get into a lot of this stuff. So let's talk about what we're seeing from the game. All right. So of course, Kevin Durant is coming off of the calf strain, or he was nursing that calf injury. So he was limited, for all the exhibition games and limited for practice as well. And he started practicing for, I guess 100%, like maybe last week. And that's when we start hearing that he'll be available for this game. And a lot of people was concerned about that, man, because that the 1-point victories they was getting against teams they was 40-point favorites over and 15-point favorites over, even though they got the win, even though there was exhibition games, and even though LeBron was able to do something heroic down the stretch to get them to win. You're not supposed to be doing things like that against teams that you're 40-point favorites over when you got all this talent on Team USA. So a lot of people was a little bit concerned. And I think on Friday when we had our full panel Friday show, it was a couple of people on the panel that said, I think Kevin Durant solved some of those issues for Team USA. And what were the issues? I mean, defense was an issue. And if you look close enough, offense was really an issue, right? Offense was an issue because the style of offense they play is not really the style of offense they should be playing. And we're going to get into that in the next segment. But I want to key in on Kevin Durant. He got in the game. All right, so first of all, Serbia jumped on Team USA 10-2 really quick. People started tweeting. My group chat was going off. Skip Bayless was tweeting saying, Serbia up 10-2 and, all this stuff, man. And you know how Skip is, man. He just waiting for a disaster so he can blame it on all on LeBron James. So he was watching with a close eye. And I missed the beginning of it. So I didn't see how they got that 10-2 lead. I'm just looking at the tweets. So by the time I jump on there and watch the game was tied at 20 and Kevin Durant was already at the game. And I think he had already hit his first shot. So the game's tied at 20. Kevin Durant's in. He hit his first shot. And then after that, we just seen him not miss for the entire half. And I think he ended up 21 points in the first half. He might have had all 23 of his points in the first half. I can't remember. And I know he missed one shot in the second half. And that was probably the only shot he took. but the game was kind of decided by then. They kind of ran away with it, but I don't think they would have ran away with it if Kevin Durant wasn't there. So this game that the Team USA was playing against Serbia, without Kevin Durant, even with LeBron being there, and LeBron had a phenomenal game as well, just the way they're playing the basketball game, I think Serbia would have hung with them a little bit longer. I think Team USA probably still gets the win. But it would have took for Team USA to change some things that they was doing. Right now, the way they playing basketball is a LeBron-centric style of basketball. Right. This is the style of basketball that LeBron usually strive and thrive in. Right. So we can play that game style, but this game style I'll almost put winning and LeBron's success on even playing fields as far as priority level. Right. And it's subtle. You got to catch it. You got to catch it. Like LeBron looks phenomenal. You might still get the win, but you might barely get the win. And the reason being is because if winning was the only priority, things would look different on how you run your offense and who you prioritize putting in the game. Because even when you playing this LeBron style game, the people you put in the game got to complement that. Right. Like if you want 5 men out and you want LeBron with the ball in the middle of the floor at the top of the key, run high screen and roll, those guys is outside on the perimeter need to be guys that are a threat from the perimeter. So you might see Steph and Devin Booker get more minutes than a Tatum or some non-shooter, or you might see AD get more minutes than Embiid like he did tonight. Embiid only had 11 minutes. AD had about 19. Right. So you're going to put players on the floor that's going to complement LeBron more. And then also those players that's on the floor, they have to play their B game. Because Devin Booker and Steph Curry, even though they're great catch and shoot players, they can do things with the ball as well. They can also come down off pin downs. Devin Booker can get the ball in their mid post and do damage. He can do things in the mid range. He can do a whole lot of different things that you're not going to see him doing, because in this offense with LeBron being the focal point, we only want your catch and shoot. You can have Kyle Korver for that. You don't need a Devin Booker. You don't need a superstar like Steph Curry or Devin Booker for that. If you're not going to use their A game, if only thing I can provide you is my B game in this offense, but LeBron gets to do his A game, his B game, his C game. LeBron gets to use everything, but everyone else has to use their B game. That you're going to handicap your team, and you're not going to get the best out of your team that you possibly could get. Right. And that's what we're seeing. But what makes that kind of a null and void or a mute point, when you have a unstoppable, unbelievable bucket getter alongside with LeBron James to cover all of that up. And that's why these flaws that we're pointing out about LeBron-led teams, when you get the player that kind of puts the lipstick on the pig for you. In the past, that was Kyrie, unstoppable bucket getter. Yeah, we're running this flawed offense, but guess what? You're not even going to be able to take advantage of it or even notice it, because this guy that I got beside me is making it look perfect, because he's just an unstoppable scorer. Kyrie, Wade, AD, and now you see it with Kevin Durant on this Olympic team. Without Kevin Durant showing up, we see more of those flaws and the possibility of Team USA losing to a team like Serbia becomes more possible. But honestly, I don't see it happening. If Kevin Durant's playing like this, Steph played phenomenal, Book played phenomenal toward the end. But like when everything was at its boiling point, when it was down 10-2 and it was tied at 20, it was Kevin Durant who pulled them out of that hole. And once Kevin Durant came in, he broke the back of Serbia. They was like, we have no answer for this. Like, we have no answer for a 7-footer coming in, hitting 5 for 5 behind the 3-point line with a hand in his face. And then when we D him up the best we can, he hits us with a two dribble pull up off one leg, and then he goes in the post with one dribble, turn around off one leg, and everything is bottoms. Then they get the ball right before halftime. We want an out of bounds play, and he comes off of a screen. He comes off of off screen and comes through the paint on the other side and catch and shoot fadeaway on the buzzer. Like, he's hitting nothing but bottom of the nets on all 8 shots. Like, what do you do with that? They just broke their back. They had nothing to do with it, right? They couldn't contend with it. Where they had no answer for Kevin Durant. Now, LeBron being the front runner that he is, he played point guard pretty much the whole first half. You seen him get off the ball a little bit in the second half, but my God, he probably only got off the ball because we got the lead now. We got momentum. We got everything going. I got my numbers, so obviously I was able to do my thing. Plus, I got 5 turnovers in the first half. They only counted 4. I counted 5 watching it. They only credited him for 4 turnovers in that first half. He ended up with 6, right? But it was another turnover that Kevin Durant got that should have been on LeBron. So he should have had 8 turnovers, but they didn't count 2, right? He ended up with 6. But he got off the ball in the second half, probably because he didn't want to end up with a triple-double with turnovers. He had 9 rebounds. He had, of course, 21 points. He could have reached 10. He could have reached 10 turnovers if he would have stayed running that point, honestly. But he got out the ball. But I just wanted to talk about that part. I think Serbia will be okay though. But you could tell they was mentally defeated. Them boys play a hell of a game. They'll be blowed out and then they make a run. Nope. That run was always made when Kevin Durant was on the bench. I just throw that out there. I'm telling you, man, LeBron's getting his numbers. He's controlling the game. And then, of course, you got media members just go glaze them. So when they're telling you what you're seeing, they put more emphasis on what LeBron was doing than what Kevin Durant was doing, leading all scores, not just on Team USA, but leading all scores for both teams, all while only playing 16 minutes. All right, he played 16 minutes. I think LeBron played about 27, 28 minutes. So LeBron playing most of the game. KD didn't even start and only played about 16 minutes coming off of no practice, no exhibition games, and he comes in and he can't miss. Right. I think that's really interesting to bring up. I see a lot of comments in here. Someone said I'm funny. Hey man, I'm just calling it like I said, man. I'm just saying what when I get on here and turn this mic on and turn this camera on, I just say what I see. Right. That's all I can do. I say what I see, and that's what I saw. I mean, if you're telling me you saying something different than that, I like for you to call in and tell me what you saw. But I saw Kevin Durant not miss a shot in the first half. I saw Kevin Durant on the bench when Team USA went down 10-2. I saw Kevin Durant get in the game. They was down. And when Kevin Durant got in the game, they took the lead and they never relinquished the lead the entire game. I don't know what else to say. That's what I say. If you seen something different, let me know. What do you think about how the Olympics is marketing KD? What do you think about Nike leaving out KD in their ads? What are the Olympics? KD is one of the 3 with a lifetime contract. I don't know. Cause I seen that Kevin Durant tweeted about that because I think they might have been doing some Anthony Edwards. Edwards is with Adidas. Of course, LeBron. They had some LeBron commercials. I can't remember who the other guy was for Nike that they was running ads for, and Kevin Durant tweeted and was like, "This is what we doing." Like, basically saying, "Dang, I ain't seen no KD, advertisement. Y'all don't want to market me." But Kevin Durant, the only thing I can think of is, it's LeBron's year. Right, everybody's on board with that. Nike, Clutch Sports, the Lakers, the NBA. It's LeBron's year. You can tell that by the questions they ask all the players on the team. when they interview them, they're always asking about LeBron and his longevity, his leadership, and this and that and all that stuff. And everyone, hey, LeBron, won't you carry the flag for us, for be the flag bearer and carry the flag? Hey, LeBron, oh, we vote you the best on the team. LeBron is LeBron questions left and right. Kevin Durant, oh man, the greatest practice player we've seen, and coaches are saying, oh man, does he practice like this all the time? And Kevin Durant saying, now, I'm seeing it up close now. I see why he's considered one of the greatest. Like, they're asking them those questions. And the crazy thing about it is Steph, KD, and LeBron are all elder still. I mean, like they're the elders on this team. They should all be asking the young guys questions about all three of those guys, right? It's just not about LeBron. This is, well, like everyone's talking about how this might be LeBron's last time playing in the USA Olympics, or playing for USA in the Olympics. This is also probably the last time we go see Steph and KD playing in the Olympics. We don't expect to see them 4 years from now. Maybe they might be out there. I know LeBron's a little bit older than them, but we don't expect to see Kevin Durant and Steph 4 years from now. So why we not acting like this is their swan song as well? Why ain't nobody asking LeBron the Steph and the KD questions? Why are everybody asking Steph and KD the LeBron questions? So it's LeBron's year, and I think everybody's on board. It ain't KD's year, and it probably never will be. I mean, because he just happened to be in the same era with LeBron, and the league decided that he was chosen. And Steph Curry was very marketable in a great situation with Golden State, so he got some of the shine as well. But Kevin Durant was never supposed to get any shine at all. Kevin Durant was supposed to be the Carmelo Anthony of the league. Great scorer, great player, never won it. He cheated the system. Was like, yeah, okay, y'all think it's just gonna be the LeBron show this whole year. I'm gonna do what LeBron did, and I'm gonna go join me a couple of superstars as well. And I'm gonna face LeBron head on, and I'm gonna let y'all see what's real. And he did it, and the NBA media was like, we don't care. We don't care how bad you outplay him. We just explain it away. You know what I mean? So it's never gonna be KD's time. With Nike, with the NBA, it's just not gonna happen. So unfortunately, we gotta create our own truth in our mind. I ain't gonna say our own truth. We have to look at reality and determine what's reality versus what they're selling us, what's propaganda. And LeBron is a great player with a lot of propaganda built by a machine that's pushing him and that's behind him. I mean, because if you really look at it, I mean, look at how great Kevin Durant is in every Olympic tournament. He's already got 2 golds. If you want to talk about the team that he won gold with in Tokyo, as far as superstars, the closest one he had was Dame and Devin Booker. Both of their first time been in the Olympics, right? Right. So he had Dame and Devin Booker, great. But then he had Keldon Johnson. He had Bam. Bam was like probably his starting center. He had Draymond. He had Chris Middleton. I mean, the players that he went over there and won gold with was unreal. They lost early. I think they lost 1 or 2 games. They might have lost an exhibition, and I don't know if they lost they lost 1 or 2 games, and everybody was like, oh shoot, what's gonna happen? And Kevin Durant just turned on a switch and just went freaking nuts. Right? And he's the leading scorer of all time for Team USA in Olympic games. I think it used to be Carmelo. Carmelo used to go nuts every time they went to the Olympics. But what it shows you is that the basketball, the brand of basketball that the NBA providing us is leaning more toward entertainment and more toward the money. What can we provide to you as entertainment that's going to benefit us financially the most, right? So the NBA, what the NBA is giving us for basketball is not the purest basketball we can see. You might get the purest basketball in the Olympics, and when you get that type of basketball, you see how great Carmelo, Kevin Durant, guys like that are. because we don't have to worry about Nike, Adam Silver, David Stern instructing referees to call the game a certain way because we're trying to market this player over that player, or we're trying to make sure this team has favor over whatever team that they might be competing against. That's what we'll see a lot in the NBA. So, everybody try to say, oh, well, he never done X, Y, and Z, or he never won with this, blah, blah, blah. And you got to kind of take that with a grain of salt, because a lot of times these players are not winning because they're not chosen to win. I mean, it just is what it is. If you're in the LeBron era, you got to actually go through loopholes to beat him. You really have to beat him to beat him, because he got the machine behind him. And Kevin Durant had to go to Golden State to make sure he could get it done. Because how you cheat that team? I mean, you can't. I mean, when Kevin Durant wasn't there, the only thing you had to do was say, all right, we're gonna allow y'all to defend Steph Curry a certain way, very physically. His freedom of movement, we're gonna let y'all grab, push, hold, fight through those screens and do whatever. And when Cleveland did that, when it was down 3-1, they started allowing them to play Steph Curry like that. They came down from 3-1 and beat them. That's what it looks like, right? But even if you do that with Kevin Durant on the team, now what you gonna do with the 7-footer? All you gotta do is get him the ball and he's shooting over everybody. You can't cheat it. So it was really nothing they could do once Kevin Durant was on that squad. They couldn't do what they did to Steph the year before. They couldn't. But hopefully that answered the question. Let me see if I can get to some of these comments. He said Bron played defense. When you talking about? Tonight? Today? In the Serbia game? Yeah, I say he played defense. I agree. He played defense. The question is USA trying to win gold or trying to make LeBron look good? They're trying to do both, right? But that's where the problem comes in. That, as a matter of fact, instead of me reading these comments, let me open the phone lines up. Let me get to this. Let me get to Paul Pierce. Let me get to Paul Pierce. I'm going to play for you, before I get to Paul Pierce, I'm going to play for you what Kobe was saying during the interview when he was asked about. I want to show you a little bit of difference between Kobe and LeBron when it comes to being the old guy, or the old head. I ain't even gonna say the old guy, but being the vet, the leader of Team USA. Listen to how Kobe was talking about it.
Was it weird for you to be like the elder statesman on that team?
Well, in 2008, not really. My mind was completely focused on winning the gold medal because, the two teams before had failed, right? And so it was like, no, this is a deadly serious thing. It was important for the other guys who were a lot young. Bron was really young. He didn't know anything about winning championships. And, D. Wade had won. But he was on those teams that lost. So it was like, no, this is we're facing imminent threats and we need to reestablish our position. So it was more focused on creating a culture of, no, this is not happening.
Right. And you set the tone for that. I mean, I was there. I saw it happen.
Yeah, so that was the focus.
Coach K talked about that on my podcast. He said that you came to him and you said, I want to guard the best guy on every team.
Yeah.
So that's very important, and I think we all remember that because they got a documentary about that, and everyone spoke about Coach K, LeBron, Carmelo, Chris Bosh. Everyone spoke about the mindset and the attitude of Kobe Bryant. He's been asked to come out there, and at this time, he's winning championships. He's the guy who's the best player in the world by far. And I don't think nobody had a gripe about that, right? So here he comes after he watched LeBron and Wade and Carmelo and whoever else was out there losing the gold. I think getting bronze medals and stuff like that. So he was like, man, Coach K want him to be on this team. Okay, I'm gonna come over here because y'all keep effing losing, right? That was his attitude. but he wanted to show them what it took to be a winner like he was. You know, I won 3 with Shaq. I just won 1 by myself. I'm the best player in the world. X, Y, and Z. I'm gonna come show y'all how to win, right? He did that by leading by example in his workouts. They was there having fun. He was serious the whole time, and while they was sleeping, he was running miles before he actually went to the gym and got weightlifting done. All this and all this before he actually got on the court and touched the basketball. He was doing all these things before these guys had breakfast, right? So that was the main thing he wanted to show. But what was really important and what I want to compare or contrast with LeBron is his attitude toward what he was going to provide for this team. Knowing that I'm the best player, knowing that I'm the best scorer, knowing that I'm the leader, knowing that everybody's looking at me, knowing that I can come in and say, we're going to run the offense I want to run, and I'm going to get my shots up. Instead of him doing that, he came in and said, I got all these young guys, and we all are Olympian. We all are superstars in our own right. Some of us probably, more than others, right? And we all can score. But knowing that I'm the best scorer, I'm going to go to my coach and tell him, give me the best offensive player for each team, on the perimeter, and I'm going to shut him down. I don't care if it's a point guard, shooting guard, or small forward. If he plays on the perimeter and he's the best scorer, give me that assignment. I'm going to shut them down. Right? That was his attitude. That was him going to his coach and volunteering for that assignment. Basically, what he was saying is, I'm not going to be concerned about my shots or my offense. We got the offense covered. I need to show y'all what leadership looks like. I'm going to do that on the defensive end. I'm so good, I'm going to get my shots eventually. Right? I don't have to have the whole offense focus on me and be built around me for me to get my shots. I can get my shots in any offense. It don't have to be my offense. Well, I run the triangle. It don't have to be the triangle. I can get my shots in any offense because I can score from anywhere. Let me show y'all I want to play defense. And what that does is it triggers a reaction in everyone else. Like, if he could step down and say, I'm not worried about my shots, I'm going to focus on defense. Well, who the hell are we not to do the same thing? So it changes everyone's mindset. Now you don't have that. Like at the beginning of this Olympics, what was the question that was asked to Anthony Edwards? Who's getting the last shot? Oh, me. You get what I'm saying? Now you got a tug of war match between these titans about who go get shots now, right? And now somebody got to be humble. Now somebody like KD, Steph, or LeBron got to come in and humble the young kid for saying that, and we got to make sure we get shots, right? And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing LeBron James come out here and say, we're going to run the offense I want to run. I don't care that we got a point guard in Drew Holiday, a point guard in Derek White, a point guard in Steph Curry. I don't care about y'all playing point guard. Guess what? I'm the point guard, right? I'm the captain now. That's what he did. Yeah, y'all great point guards, but guess what? I can play point guard too. And guess who? And guess who got rank? Me. I'm the point guard. So now Drew Holiday and Derek White and Steph, you play catch and shoot. Y'all are Markel Corvers because we're running Bron ball. We're running Bron ball. That's going to make me look better. He didn't do what Kobe did and come in and say, I'm going to hang my hat on defense. Y'all got the offense, right? When you need me, I show up. I'm that good that I can come out here, focus on defense. And then when you need me in a clutch, I'm so good, I can deliver for you. That's what I would have liked to see from LeBron. Not LeBron come out here and make sure we're running Bron ball because it's my last time playing Team USA. I don't like that attitude. I don't like that mindset, right? And you look at Kevin Durant, the offense not revolved around him. He only took 11 shots to get his 23 points. I think Bron took, how many shots Bron take, man? LeBron took 17, 18 shots to get 21 points. I might be lying. Let me see how many shots this dude took. You know what I mean? Running the point, like pick one. You go run the point and get everybody involved, or you want to score and do all that stuff, man. Like pick what do you want to do for this team? We know it ain't defense. How many shots this man took? I know he had 6 turnovers, that's for sure. How many shots he take? Man, it's taking so long to get to this thing. Box score. Took 13 shots and Durant took 9. Right? And he played 27 minutes. Durant took 9 shots, didn't shoot no free throws, took 9 shots and got more points than LeBron. He out there taking 13. I mean, it's just a crazy contrast to see Kobe's mindset versus LeBron's mindset. Why is LeBron? I just don't understand why everywhere he go, it has to be the 5-man out high screening roll offense. Why does it have to be his offense everywhere he goes? I just can't get it, man. Everybody hit the like button really quick while I move to this Paul Pierce topic, man. And then I'm gonna open the phone lines up, man. But those lights got to be up for me to open that phone line up. So we get to Paul Pierce. And Paul Pierce, this is before the first game, so it'll be interesting to hear what Paul Pierce says tomorrow on the show. But this is what he said a couple of weeks ago, and it sounds like he watches Man Down Sports, because I've been saying this for years, and it feels good to hear someone say it on national TV, but it kind of flew under the radar because not enough people is talking about him mentioning this, or maybe we just tired of mentioning the same thing. Maybe we just tired of mentioning the same thing, but it's quite obvious to me, but it ain't obvious to everybody. But here's how Paul Pierce explained Team USA.
And the U.S. hasn't shown me any consistency yet, but they've shown me wins, and that's why I'm going with the under on it, because I do believe they'll win. And the reason Steph don't have a rhythm, Skip, and Key, you got to understand, these guys, and I said it before, they used to be in first options. Steph is used to bringing it up, cutting, coming back to the ball, dribble handoff, flare screen, whereas like now LeBron has the ball, he's controlling everybody's movements. Now, Steph, you go here, we may give it to you, we may not. Tatum, Anthony Edwards, y'all one options on their team, but now I need you to go stand in the corner. So the rhythm is off on the offensive end. But the concern got to be the defense. That's what the concern. I don't understand why the defense isn't as good, because when you get an opportunity to actually put a man in the middle, I would run like a certain type of zone with Joel Embiid out there. Let him just stand in the middle and clutter everything up. Seriously, stop putting them in pick and roll and letting them go out here to these shooting bigs. Get a zone going. I really would look at that. If not, then it's going to be tough if the game is close to play them in the fourth quarter when they putting these guys in these pick and roll situations and these centers is making these threes. Yep. That's my only concern if somebody get hot from three. But the spread, I'm under. I'm under on the spread. Right.
He made a good point. I'm going to just play the beginning part again.
And the U.S. hasn't shown me any consistency yet, but they've shown me wins. And that's why I'm going with the under on it, because I do believe they'll win. And the reason Steph don't have a rhythm, Skip, and Key, you got to understand, these guys, and I said it before, they used to be in first options. Steph is used to bringing it up, cutting, coming back to the ball, dribble handoff, flare screen, whereas like now LeBron has the ball, he's controlling everybody's movements. Now, Steph, you go here, we may give it to you, we may not. Tatum, Anthony Edwards, y'all one options on their team, but now I need you to go stand in the corner. So the rhythm is off on the offensive end.
He said Steph, Devin Booker, Embiid, like all of these guys come from teams where the offense was focused on them. Embiid is a post player, right? He's got other skills that he can use, but primarily he's a post player. Steph Curry is a shooter, but he's a rhythm guy. He does a lot of things with the ball, without the ball. The offense that he runs in Golden State sets a lot of off-ball screens for him and get him open. They do a lot of moving without the basket. They get Draymond in the high post, and they get, they catch people going back door off of the actions that, everybody paying attention to Steph Curry off the ball. Sometimes somebody can slip a screen because you're trying to hedge to make sure that he don't get a clean look at a three, and while you hedging, the screener is slipping the screen, right? So it's so many things that's going on. It's a lot of offense, and it doesn't take one person orchestrating that offense. It's It's the ball movement. It's the players moving. And for crying out loud, the coach that put all of that stuff in for Steph Curry is the coach of the Olympic team. And I don't see enough of that. I see LeBron's offense, right? So if we're running Bron ball, who is going to look the best in Bron ball? The way Bron ball looks is LeBron is going to do so much for the team, and he's going to rack up damn near a triple-double every game, and he's going to look like the team is on his back and can't do anything without him. But there is room for one more sidekick because, like I said, you need that dominant co-star that can just score in the phone booth. And it don't matter how bad the offense is, this guy, whenever he touched the ball and it goes up, it has a really good chance of going in. And that's what AD was for LeBron in the bubble. He just went mad and couldn't miss, hitting game winners, hitting threes, jump shots, posts. That's what he was. That's what Wade was in Miami. That's what Kyrie Irving was in Cleveland. And that's what KD is right now for Team USA. So in Bron ball, LeBron shines. There's room for another co-star to get his shots up, but he's got to be an automatic bucket. Everyone else is Kyle Korver or what's the Kardashian name? Tristan Thompson. AD and Embiid is playing the Virgil Christian Thompson role. I'm setting screens for LeBron. I rebound. I play defense. And when I score, it's going to be off of LeBron alley-oop. Off that high screen and roll action, right? But mostly I'm screening and rolling, getting extra possessions on offensive rebounds, and cleaning the glass on defense and playing defense. You know, and they say he makes the game so easy because I ain't got no pressure on me. All I got to do is set screens and run the floor. I'm in shape. I can run. I got a big body. I can set a screen. Everything else, I just roll and the ball just is right there and I can just dunk it in, right? That's good for a Tristan Thompson type guy, but not good for a guy like AD or Embiid who got way more ability than that. So notice how AD and Embiid look exactly like Tristan Thompson out here on Team USA, playing in France, right? Playing in Paris. You look like Tristan Thompson, and Steph looked like Kyle Korver. He looked like every shooter that played with LeBron. Boobie Gibson, Kyle Korver, J.R. Smith, right? That's what they look like. And I can't even tell you what freaking Tatum looked like. Have we seen? He didn't even get in the game tonight or today. But the exhibition games, have we seen him play well? Have we seen Booker play well? But they're just regular shooters, that like every shooter that played with LeBron. But they got so much more ability. So LeBron will shine. There always will be a co-star that shine with him. But for the most part, it's his party. It's all about him. It's all about him. And I think players kind of get a little annoyed with that. You know, they kind of get tired of that, right? So I just wanted to say that piece, and I'm gonna open the phone lines up for y'all so y'all can come in here and let me know what y'all think about everything I said. You know, you got LeBron James playing Bron ball on Team USA. I didn't ever think I was gonna see that, you know. But it worked tonight. They got the win. They got the win, but sheesh, man. Like, to see Tatum not even get in the game, I can understand Halliburton not getting in the game, but I don't understand why Tatum didn't get in. But you know, caller from Florida, what's up?
What up, bro?
What's good?
Yo, I was just listening to you, and everything you were saying, man, is true about LeBron's style and how how he run things. He literally makes superstar players look worse than what they are in his system. And like you said, you got to have like an automatic forward to like play with him because you got to save him all the time, and it's crazy.
That's true. I mean, and people have been pointing it out, and people have been saying this, man. But I just don't understand why. Like, I don't know. Am I saying something through the lenses of hate or something? Because, you know, most of his fans will say I'm hating him. I'm hating on him, man. But like, that's literally what I see.
No, that ain't hate. It's just he being LeBron play a selfish brand of basketball, and you constantly got to save him. So, and then he gets all the credit at the end of the game, and what everybody else does don't even matter.
Yeah,
It's like
it was sad watching the game.
Holiday out there playing good defense, Derek White playing great defense.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's more than a game than just putting the ball in the bucket. And it's like it's all about him, man. Everybody gotta praise him, get on their knees for him, and it's crazy. Like,
yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, it's tough to watch, man, and but D Wade and whoever else was calling the game, I'm watching Kevin Durant not miss, and they was giving him his props, man. But as soon as LeBron did one thing, it just switched right back to LeBron. Like, they couldn't stay on Kevin Durant long enough and praise him. They would praise him in the moment when he hit the shot. Oh man, he's great. But as soon as LeBron got an assist or a steal, here's this long conversation about the greatness of LeBron and how he's him and all of this crazy stuff. I'm like, man, dude, like they glazed on the game.
Yeah, and another thing that I'll be seeing is everybody be giving LeBron James like credit for the offense, but LeBron James creates no space for his teammates. His team said he got to set screens for him. They said he got to work in action. When KD got out there, he just started getting buckets. That's the difference between LeBron and KD, in my opinion, is KD could just go get buckets. LeBron needs screening action. He needs off-ball screens. He needs all that to even succeed. And that's why the first unit looks bad.
Yeah.
It's because of LeBron and him playing selfish. Like Embiid, we just watched Embiid last year in the NBA drop 70 points in the game. But he can't even score 4 points in FIBA. He can't even hit 10 playing with LeBron. That just shows you that LeBron does not make players better. He makes them worse.
Yeah, he makes them play their B game, just so he can play his A game. But you made a good point. All the things that he first of all, he need the space. So he need the paint wide open. So you have to put players in there that's going to be able to get out of the paint and stand at the 3-point line and be a threat, right? So you need the space. Then you need the high screen and roll action, right? And then he needs the ball, and he needs 10 to 15 seconds to work with it to make something happen, right? So he's so many things, but when you get KD in, he don't need nothing. Just when I get the ball, I can get the shot. I don't need you to screen for me. I don't need all that space because I'm just go one dribble pull up anyway. Like, I don't need space. I don't need certain players on the floor. Like, none of that. I can just get buckets in whatever system, whatever offense. And it's making this Bron ball look decent. But without him, man, this game would have been a lot closer, man. But I appreciate the call, man. I'm gonna try to get 2 or 3 more in before I move to the next topic.
Yeah.
All right, bro. All right, let's get one more phone call in. Also, let's get these likes up as well. Like Leon said, let's get it up to 200, man. Hit the like button. I hate to have to play that like song. Caller from Virginia, shut YouTube off in the background so I can't hear the echo.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay, this is my first time calling in. I just want to give you guys a shout out, man. I love your podcast. It's outstanding, right? I just want to echo everything you said, man. Everything you said is great. Nobody really gave, like you said, the defense that what's his name was playing. I can't forget his name. The way he was playing D and everything. Yeah, Drew Holiday was playing excellent D. Him and White. And something about, like I said, like Kevin Durant, like you were saying, he doesn't need screen, nothing like that. He gets the ball. I didn't watch the whole game. I watched the first part of it. Then I watched a little bit in the second half because they're pretty much starting to blow him away. But like you said about LeBron, everything you said is accurate to the point. And then people say you hating on him, but it's not, right? Durant showed it was really the difference. But like you said, what I noticed is that once LeBron started getting, a few points here and there, it switched away from Durant and they start giving LeBron all the credit. Even if you read the headlines, it's got LeBron James, and then it had Kevin Durant. They got LeBron's name. So, it's all about the media. It's all about LeBron, everything he does. And I understand it, like I said, because I remember Kendrick Perkins making a comment that LeBron, once he gets his third gold medal, like I said, then, he'll be up there, his gold case, that can pretty much solidify his gold case, against Jordan, because Jordan got two, he got two. He needs that third one. Like I said, but I just want to let you know, I enjoy your show. You guys are great. Like I said, everything you said, I agree with you 100%. And like I said, people think you're hating, but it's not. I mean, you spitting facts about the game, right? But people have a tendency to think people are hating on LeBron, but it's true. It is what it is, right? Like I said, but I just want to say thanks for spitting the facts, like I said, and just want to let you know I'm a former Navy veteran. I know you guys.
Who y'all?
I'm out here in the 757. Yeah.
Who y'all? That's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question before you go. Before you go. What's your opinion on LeBron being 39, almost 40, logging in the most minutes, and also being in the game to the final seconds during a blowout? What was that about?
Like I said, people will think I'm hating, but I just think it's stat padding. I just think, it is what it is. Like I said, so I was watching your comments there, and somebody made a comment about, okay, where Jordan was doing the same thing. No, Jordan was about winning. When he was all about getting the W, right? And like I said, people don't understand that Charles Barkley actually was the leading scorer on that 92 team.
Correct.
It wasn't about stat padding with Jordan. Jordan was about winning. That's what it was all about. With him and Kobe, them guys were all about getting the W, right? Like I said, I just think, like I said, it is what it is. I mean, he's stat padding. You can't convince his fans any otherwise, that you got these hardcore, LeBron fans that think, you're hating on him. Like I said, I don't hate LeBron. I think LeBron's an excellent player. He's not my GOAT, but he is up there. He's a great player.
Yeah.
But it seems like to me like Clutch Sport and media, they got control of everything. It seems like they control a lot of the narrative.
Man, they got it locked down. Man. They got it locked down.
They do.
You got to get them boys credit for that. And look, I ain't even mad at them, man. But I'm not either. I just want to be able to, call it out, say what I see, and not have people act like that's not what's going on. Like, when we can see what they're doing, we can call it out. Okay, that's cool. I'm glad you're doing it, my brother. But at the same time, let's not lie and pretend like we're not doing it. We got it.
Yeah. And here's another thing. One more question. People complain, saying, okay, people always talk about like, okay, well, you're hating on a black man. I'm not hating. Nobody's hating on LeBron. LeBron is an excellent businessman. He's an excellent father. I applaud him for everything he's done. Helping his son. Whatever like that. But what I noticed is that, and like I said, I'm old school. And what I noticed is that in Jordan's day and Kobe day, you never heard them putting down the people that came before them.
No.
See, all this hate came, all this Jordan and Kobe hate came with the Clutch Sports and LeBron era. Yeah. I never heard these guys, Jordan, and put down the people that came before them. They always praised them. But it seems like now it's a regular thing now. I mean, and, they're really trying to destroy Jordan and Kobe's legacy. And I think, and I blame Clutch Sport and LeBron for that, because it didn't used to be like that. That fan
base is a special fan base, and now we're seeing it on the WNBA side with Caitlin Clark and her fan base, man. So watch out for that, man. But
that's great. That's a crazy thing. Yeah. Like I said, most of her fans probably never watched basketball.
I might have to come out. I might have to come back tonight and just do a Caitlin Clark episode. Just that. Because I got to spend some time on that, man. But that thing is a phenomenon.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Like I said, that fan base is, most of the people they probably couldn't tell you anything about basketball. It's it's almost like a cult. That's all that is.
Yeah, facts. Yeah. But thanks for the call, though, bro.
No problem, man. Take care.
Yep. All right, let's get one more call. Let's get one more, and then let's go. One more call, and then we can move to the next topic. The U.S. team was flawed from the beginning with Grant Hill. allow himself to be the poster boy in terms of other players on the roster. This is just an extension of what the NBA league has been doing. I agree. Greg Anderson, what's up, man? What's your thoughts?
Man, what's going on, man? We needed you back in these streets, man. Where you been, bro?
Man, I don't know. Last week, I tried to record 2 times last week, man, and then it just, stuff came up and stuff like that. You know how it is.
Hey, life be life. But check this out. I'm so glad. I'm glad you're back. Great episode so far. I was listening to it in the car, but I'm glad you started it off with that Kobe Bryant sound back, talking about how his willingness to be a part of the team, do the dirty work to be a part of the team. But
Correct.
Let me tell you about my GOAT. My GOAT did the same thing back in '92 for the Dream Team. The only difference was he was up all night gambling, smoking cigars, drinking cognac, playing 2 rounds of golf, then stuck the best point guard in the backcourt.
Yeah.
So, but that's the attitude that these leaders, these GOATs, that's the attitude that you have to have instead of coming in trying to overshadow these guys, which I don't like.
Yeah, like that, like the attitude of saying I'm older, they're younger. I need to show them how to win, but they got young legs that I'm going to use. I'm going to allow them to do what they do good, and then when they need me, I come in. I give you the example of this, Greg.
Okay.
When you're training your son, right? It don't even have to be sports. You could be fixing on your car, right? And your son is very young. How does it start out? Hey, hand me the screwdriver, the flathead. You showing him, like, he's out there watching you do everything, and then you're introducing him slowly but surely to things. Hey, that's a flathead. That's a hand me that Phillips. Hey, hand me that wrench. Hey, that's a crescent wrench. Hey, that's an adjustable wrench. Like you learn all of that stuff, right? But then it comes to a point where you're at an age where, hey man, my back might not let me get up under this hood like I used to, and so I'm glad I trained my son to be able to do it, but he hasn't been doing it as long as me, so I'm out here with him and he's doing everything. Yep. I'm just pointing my fingers on, hey man, pull that out, do that. Hey, if you take those 4 screws out, that thing will come right out. All of those things, right? You're telling him to do all that, and if he needs you, then you step in. How would it look if I teach my son how to do all that stuff, and at 42, I'm still out there doing it, and he's still handing me the screwdriver, the flathead, the Phillips, the adjustable wrench, the credit. He's still doing the kid stuff while I'm out there trying to showboat and say, I'm all this and that. That's what Kobe was doing. He got out of the way for the young bucks and said, y'all pull that motor out. I'm going to sit here and point fingers and tell y'all doing it right. And if when y'all doing it wrong, I step in. LeBron is saying, no, watch me pull this motor out and get the credit for it while y'all just sit down and support me. Hand me the screwdriver.
And meanwhile, all of these guys are certified mechanics working at dealerships. So they got the skills
exactly
to do the job.
Got their own shops. They all got their own shop. They don't need LeBron to come out here and spoon feed them.
And he's still talking about pass me the flathead. But check this out. Did you hear Draymond on the the 520 podcast talking about why LeBron's the GOAT? He's talking about some LeBron shares the ball. He intentionally makes this his business to make other players better. And then they always go with these lower level players like Booby Gibson and guys you would have never heard of. But my thing is, it's not about these fringe NBA players that you make better. It's about the all-stars that you make worse. Mm-hmm. It's like, can't nobody shine on the same squad as LeBron because he plays that style of ball that is so ball dominant. That's why a guy like Tatum, he can go from all NBA first team to not even getting in the game at all.
Sheesh. Coming fresh off a championship, that's ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
And demoralizing.
It's demoralizing so much so that they run the risk of during next year's Olympics. Won't nobody want to know how they won't even accept the invite because now they're getting pissed off at Nike. They're getting pissed off at LeBron. They're getting pissed off for giving up their summer and not having all of that uncertainty whether or not they're gonna play or not. So they're running the risk of winning the gold this year, but in the next 2 to 4 years, ain't nobody gonna want to come.
It's sad.
Yeah,
That's
but I'll get off the line, man. I want to hear the rest of your comments, man. Good stuff so far.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
All right, but so we talked about the difference between Kobe and his approach when he was the vet, and LeBron and his approach when now he's the vet, right? He still wants all the shine and the credit, and he wants the guys that's supposed to be his young bucks to just sit back and watch and just support him and tell the world how great he is, right? Versus the attitude of, yeah, y'all do it. I'm gonna sit back and watch, and I'm gonna step in when y'all need me, right? Or I play the defensive role, or I play the facilitator role, but wanting to play the exact same way he's been playing his whole career on the dream team or on the Olympic team is diabolical, man. That's nasty work. So let's get into Enes Kanter, because I've been wanting to touch on this one for a couple of weeks and I haven't got a chance to do it. And he said something about Bronny James, and I don't want to go that route. I'm done with the Bronny James conversation. I already said what I wanted to say about that whole situation. Now I'm just gonna sit back and watch and enjoy the show like everybody else, right? So, but he did say something about Bronny James in this clip early on, but that's not what I want to get into. I want to get into more of what he said that's along the lines of what I'm saying as far as the mentality for LeBron and as far as the efforts of the machine around him, media, Clutch Sports, what have you, right? This is Enes Kanter on Outkick having a conversation about LeBron.
What has been your reaction to Bronny James being drafted 55th and LeBron getting JJ Redick, his buddy, to coach him?
Yeah, I mean, let me tell you something, man. I actually had a conversation with many of the other players in the NBA, and everybody knows that, Bronny James, I mean, he might be a good dude, but he is not good enough to play in NBA. I mean, LeBron, the reason that he got drafted is because of LeBron. The reason JJ Redick is the coach is because of LeBron. So, like, he's literally, but I'll tell you this, though. No other player wants to go and play with LeBron. You had so many other free agents. Like, you got Klay Thompson, you got DeRozan, you got Valanciunas, and then you got many other really good players, and no one wanted to go and play with LeBron because they know that it's all about LeBron. They're going to get zero clout, whatever that happens, and also, like someone like Russell Westbrook, right? He was one of the best players in NBA. He literally got the MVP. And when Lakers season fails, LeBron tries to find a player to blame, and he blamed the whole season on Russell Westbrook. So he is not a good teammate. Obviously, he runs the media pretty much, and he tried to control his narrative. But if we actually go and have a conversation with inside of the NBA and have a conversation with the players, nobody wants to play with him. Listen, my whole life, I actually, I'm fighting against dictators. So when I see a dictator, I know it. LeBron is literally like the dictator of the NBA. He controls the media. He controls his narrative. If you go against his agenda, you will get traded, and everybody knows it, So he's pretty much like the dictator of the NBA.
This man said he's lived in countries and he got family in countries where he's seen real dictators and how they, what their demeanor is and how they manipulate things. And he's saying that LeBron is no different. He said he's truly a dictator. And how does he do it? He has media members, and they're in his pocket, or he's in their pocket, however you want to look at it. So he had puppet strings for media members. Of course, he has Clutch Sports that also is going around being a pit bull. Like, Kendrick Perkins and Stephen A. Smith talked about how Clutch Sports or a representative of Clutch or Rich Paul himself will approach you if you say anything that they don't agree with on TV at work, at your job. As soon as you saying that, oh, we don't like that, I'm texting you, I'm calling you, or if we're in the same city, I'm coming to you face to face and I'm approaching you. You can't say that about LeBron. You need to say this. They're emailing people. Rick Bruger has said, I've gotten the email. They're trying to sway my opinion, knowing that I got an MVP vote. They're trying to sway my opinion and send me information on why LeBron James should be considered. And then you just got the other people like Shannon Sharp and Nick Wright, who just appeared to be on some type of under the table payroll. And then you got Chris Broussard, who's actually signed to Clutch Sports and represented by Clutch Sports as an analyst. Those are a lot of different ways and a lot of different tactics and manipulation tactics that he used. And then with the people that are players, oh, I represent Draymond. I mean, that's one of the biggest mouths in the NBA. I represent all these players, and all of those players are consistent with saying the things that are beneficial to LeBron. Like, I don't understand how you being part of Clutch Sports means that you have to say certain things about LeBron. Like, who is giving them that direction? Is it in the contract? Or if you don't say something, do you get some type of retaliation? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I would just want to imagine, like, if Chris Broussard did start saying things about LeBron that Rich Paul or Chris Broussard. If Chris Broussard said something that Rich Paul or LeBron didn't agree with, I wonder if that would affect how Rich Paul negotiate in the future for his contract extensions with whoever he's working for, Fox Sports or ESPN, FS1, whoever he's working for. I wonder, is that affected? Or I wonder, do you get some type of bonus for saying good things about him? Like, what is it that makes everyone that is signed to Clutch Sports cap so much for LeBron? But that's part of what Enes Kanter is talking about as far as him being a dictator and manipulating things. Because if you're not saying the right things, you're not in favor, right? I mean, for you to have a real friend in Kendrick Perkins, like, this is supposed to be a real friend. And oh man, he said something honest about me on national TV, and I just unfollowed him on social media. And like, I mean, this is nasty work for real. But I mean, but that's his prerogative though. If you want to unfriend somebody or unfollow somebody, cool. But like, I'm like, man, if these like real friends, I mean, Michael Jordan did it as well, right? He did it with Charles Barkley, but Charles Barkley was being real messy and real nasty, like, and we supposed to be closer than that. Like, I don't know if Kendrick and LeBron are that close. Who knows? He asked me if I knew what a dictator is. No, I don't know what a dictator is, young disciple. I don't know. But yeah, Enes Kanter, he always had a lot of things to say about LeBron. I think that he feel like LeBron dropped the ball in the China thing, as far as what they had going on. And he was vocal about it because he felt like someone that's supposed to be the face of the league and someone that's supposed to be affiliate of Nike would be able to speak up, but he don't ever speak up, right? So as far as Enes Kanter taking his shots at LeBron, as far as him saying he's a dictator, as far as him saying if he don't get his way, there'll be some retaliation, I think all that is true. And I think all of it is obvious as well. Like, I don't think you can dispute that. Like, there will be consequences. Now, how does that translate to the basketball court, right? This is what Kevin Durant was talking about years ago when he was asked about going to play with LeBron, and he said something about, the environment around LeBron is toxic. Nobody wants to be around that. And then he had to come back and kind of explain it, because I think LeBron called him and was like, man, how you gonna say that? And he was like, nah, it ain't had nothing to do with you. Whatever is around you, I don't know if you created. Like, back then, we didn't know that LeBron was manipulating these things. This was a while ago. We just knew that the media had this force field around him that was just diabolical, and then it bled over to his fan base. Like, it's the most toxic fan base in sports. Caitlin Clark is coming up right behind him. It's the most toxic fan base in sports, the LeBron fan base. It consists of non-basketball lovers, a lot of football players, a lot of geeks, right? And then people that sign to Clutch Sports, and unintelligent basketball players. It's just a crazy thing, and they just say stupid things, right? Obvious things that you point out, they act like never happened. Like, you can't deny the fact that he's controlling and manipulating things. You can't deny the fact that it bleeds into the court. You can't deny the fact that the system that they're running on every team that he appears to be on is a manipulation tactic. Like, how do we get the Bron ball? That's not the best basketball you can play on basketball. How do we get the Bron ball on every team? Like, the best brand of basketball is what Golden State does. That's beautiful basketball. Everyone wants to copy it. And then the coach for Golden State is on the Olympics not implementing any of that. It's Bron ball. Like, how is this happening? Seriously, be honest. How does that happen? How does Bron ball continue to happen when we know Bron ball is not good basketball? Luka plays Bron ball. You see how that turned out. Westbrook played Bron ball when he was in OKC. You see how that turned out. Harden played Bron ball when he was with the Rockets. You see how that, giving your best player the ball, having him run high screen roll at the top of the key, and forcing everyone else to stand at the three-point line and watch is not the best brand of basketball you can play. But if you put together a super team, it might work, which is how LeBron got his rings, with super teams. Without forming a super team, without leaving Cleveland, LeBron leaves the NBA just like everyone else who's playing that style of basketball. You get some MVPs, you get a lot of stats, but you're not getting no rings. That's what Harden, Westbrook, and Luka is going to see. And that's what we're seeing now, until you add super duper teams and superstar players to the mix, and then you can make it work. Let me get to some of these comments. He said Bron got 4 chips. That's the difference. That ain't him. Yeah, but he got 4 chips by exactly what Enes Kanter is talking about. Manipulation. Let me, I mean, come on, let's think about this. You in a draft, one of the best drafts there is. You go number 1. Then the next, I mean, we're not even gonna count Darko, but Melo, Wade, Bosh, all those dudes go in this draft in the top 10 in the lottery. And they just not some top 10 players that was drafted in a weak draft and they didn't pan out. Like, these guys panned out and were superstars, and all 4 of those guys led their team as superstars, as number 1s, successfully. Right? So Chris Bosh saw success, got the Raptors to the playoffs, made himself an all-star, made himself a superstar, made himself a max player, carried the team as number 1. Same with Melo, same with Wade, same with LeBron. All in the same draft, all the same age. That's very important, right? All in their prime. And you decide to team up with Bosh and Wade, who are the guys that you were supposed to be competing against, so you can prove that you was the man. But instead of you proving it, you was like, if I just join them, but make them play my brand of basketball where I shine the most, then I'm obviously better than them. So he killed 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm better than Wade, I'm better than Bosh, because, hey, you're playing my brand of basketball. No one can outshine me at Bron ball. It's called Bron ball. No one can outshine me at that. So I got y'all. And then as far as Melo, you can't beat us because you ain't got a super team like me. So every time I beat Melo, I'm better than Melo. It's all manipulation. It's all maneuvering. And if you don't do it his way, you'll be gone. Right? So I just think that's very weird. So when you look at that, and then the crazy part about it is he tried to get Melo to join them after that. So he's already teamed up with Bosh and Wade. Then you get beat by freaking Dirk without any other superstar. And then you try to go get Melo to join that squad. And you try to get CP3 to join that squad. So not only was you trying to have 3 superstars in their prime from one draft, you tried to get a 4th superstar in his prime from one draft, and then you tried to get CP3. What the hell? No, I'm not lying. I'm not lying at all. Kevin, and that's why the last topic says Melo Anthony, because Carmelo Anthony was on Paul George's podcast, and he explained how they tried to get him to join Miami. So if I'm lying, I'm flying, and I don't see myself lifting off anywhere. So no, I'm not lying. But we'll definitely get to that since you think I'm lying. But I open the phone lines up. You can come tell me I'm lying. Phone lines are open. Let me get to some of these. LeBron, the NBA owner. Yeah, I don't know. He's speaking gibberish. I don't know what he's talking about. He said LeBron came back when the Cavs wanted to win and do right by him is his life and his career. And these other grown men want to try to tell him how to play it. No, we don't. We just reacting to it. I'm not telling him how to do it. We're watching him do it, and then we're saying, "Oh, okay, that's how you did it. All right, now here's what we think about it." We're not asking him to do anything. We're just calling it like we see it. That's all. Calling it like we see it. Don't you call it like you see it? If you go outside and you look up at the sky and it's cloudy, and someone asks you what it looked like outside, you're going to call it cloudy. So if I see someone doing some foul stuff, some underhanded stuff, some sneaky stuff, some clown stuff, I get to call it clown stuff. I get to call it underhanded. I get to call it cheap. I get to look at something and tell you what I see. I just don't understand why just because you're a fan of a player that you have to pretend like the truth ain't the truth. I don't care why he left Cleveland and went back to Cleveland. He left because he couldn't win in Cleveland. He left because he couldn't win in Cleveland. He went to join Miami with a player who had already won. He didn't have to go join Wade and then ask Bosh to join and then try to get CP3 and then try to get Melo. That's telling you a certain mentality that he has. Does it not? Trying to get Bosh, or trying to get Melo on a team that you already got Wade and Bosh on, what is that telling you? Be honest with yourself, man. Be honest with yourself. It's the manly thing to do. Phone numbers on the line, on the screen. Call lines are open. It's the honest thing to do. Caller from Texas. Go ahead, caller from Texas.
Hey, bro, you conflating a whole lot of shit, bro.
All right, let's talk about it.
Like initially, bro, it was supposed to be Carmelo and LeBron going somewhere, and it was supposed to be Wade and Bosh. It wasn't all together, my nigga. How the hell you gonna get all? They had to take a pay cut for them 3 to get on the team. How the hell can you put CP3 and Melo under the same cap, bro? That's impossible.
You gotta ask them that. This is coming from their own mouth. Hold on. This is coming from their own mouth. I think you might have seen the episode when I broke down Chris Paul having a conversation with Wade on his podcast, right?
Yeah, but Bosh was gonna be traded, bro.
So you think
it wasn't gonna be all 4 of them, my nigga.
Okay, so let's go with this. So the CP3 trade was going to be a trade for Bosh for CP3. That's what you think?
It was gonna be Bosh and somebody else. Yes.
For CP3. Okay.
And Melo and Carmelo was listen, bro. But before D Wade, Bosh and LeBron came together to make a team, bro. Initially, when they first started talking, it was LeBron and Carmelo going somewhere, bro. And
yeah,
Bosh
I get that, but
it wasn't all 4 of them, bro.
Let me explain to you what Carmelo said, and then you can make your judgment from this. Carmelo said when he denied going to Miami, he said, "How is that going to look? Me being a 4th option behind Bosh, Wade, and LeBron." So the way Carmelo is explaining it wasn't going to be a trade for Bosh. Bosh would still
But
be
man
there.
down, think about this, bro. The reason that it didn't occur is because when they all signed the 3-year extension, Carmelo went and signed a 5-year extension, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no way it could have happened. Like you got to remember that, bro.
Hey, but the point is they were trying to make it happen, and Melo said it's not going to work. I can't be a fourth option. So that's letting you know that not only did he have Bosh and Wade, he wanted to add Melo to it. That's a fact.
Bro, you saying add? You said he wanted to add to it, bro. They were all talking, bro. I'm
talking about when it was already a done deal. They was trying to add Melo.
No,
this is according to Melo. This is according to Melo.
Bro, that's why I say you conflating the two, bro. They couldn't, man down. They couldn't have did it, bro. Then you understand that? Melo had already signed in and had went to New York. Like it couldn't have happened then, bro.
It probably couldn't have. All I'm telling you is that they was trying to get all 4 of them on the same squad. Is that not a fact or not? Or you can say Melo was lying. I'm cool. I'm cool with it. Just say Melo was lying, and I'll accept it.
Melo was lying, bro. What I'm telling you is that you're conflating 2 different time periods, my nigga. Like when they was talking, it was before. I'm saying the conversation that you and I seen that was going on. Right. Those conversations that were happening before LeBron went to Miami, bro.
No,
bro.
It was both. It
wasn't when LeBron was already in Miami. Carmelo had just went and signed with New York, bro.
Well, hold on. Yes, they all were talking before. Of course they were. But the CP3 thing was happening when they were already in Miami. They tried to add CP3.
Yes, CP3, yes.
Correct.
Yes,
now,
I agree with you on the CP3, yes.
Melo is explaining that was a time when they was talking before it all happened and after. I'll play it for you. I'll play the clip for you.
Man, but I'm asking you, bro, how is it gonna happen when this man
I don't
just
know.
went and signed with New York?
I don't know how it was gonna happen, bro.
Think about what you're saying.
Hey, how was it gonna happen with AD get to the Lakers when he had time left on his contract? How was that gonna happen? When the Pelicans when the Pelicans said we're not going to trade you to the Lakers, when they said that, we thought it wasn't going to happen, right? Until they said, "Hey, man, I don't want to play unless you trade me to the Lakers." Like they forced the trade.
The difference is AD hadn't just signed a contract with a team, bro.
Yeah, but even if he did, even if he did just sign, they still would have forced the trade. They still would have forced the trade.
You can't force no trade after you just no, you can't do that, bro.
Anthony Davis did it.
That's damn. No, Anthony Davis had a year left on his contract
and forced the trade. Bro. It don't matter if he had 3 or 4 years. He forced the trade.
And bro, what's all this you talking about? Like this is what I'm understanding about you, bro. It's like you say you support LeBron, bro, and that's cool or whatever. But why you trying to make everything about like bro, they won today by 26. Like what are we talking about today, bro? LeBron had 21, 8, and 9. Like what are we talking about?
Hold on, what
bro?
you think I'm talking about? So when I open the show up, hold on, young. When I opened the show up and I talked about the game and I talked about how LeBron shined and how KD shined, and then I talked about what happened on the floor and why I think the way they're orchestrating the offense, this is why LeBron is shining like he is. I don't think LeBron should be used like this with this type of team.
So man, now tell me this: why do every coach, right? I'm just tell me this. This is between me and you, nigga. You don't think it's no coach, nigga? So why don't no coach feel the way you feel?
I think it is something that feel like that.
Why I'm saying no coach, no, bro. It's easy for Steve Kerr. Like it's easy for them niggas to say that we ain't playing LeBron ball. We're gonna play the type of ball. You just said Golden State play a perfect brand of basketball. You just said that, right?
They play one of the best brands. I think the way Popovich and Eric Spoelstra. And the crazy thing about it is Eric Spoelstra and Steve Kerr is on this team, and they have a different brand of basketball they play that's better than Bron ball. And they both are playing ball, and so does Ty Lue. Let me ask you this question: would you rather play five? Would you rather play with this?
Ball?
That's a good question.
So why they play?
That's a good question. You tell me. You tell me. You think brown ball is better than a free flowing equal opportunity basketball?
Bro, I can't tell you what is what. But I can tell you that coaches that's qualified to make that decision think so.
Are they making the decision?
Who making the decision is?
That's a good question. And
you don't gotta.
Hey, what did the soundbite tell you? What did the soundbite tell you?
You don't gotta have LeBron on this team, bro.
You don't. You really don't.
That's my whole thing.
And you can have him on the team, but he can also be playing in a different offense. So what did Enes Kanter in this soundbite tell us about?
Bro, I'm not listening to no Enes Kanter.
That's the answer to your question. That's the answer to your question.
Bro, you playing what Enes Kanter got to say about LeBron James, nigga, off an outkick, a racist ass outlet. Come on, bro.
It's relevant.
It's racist, bro.
You think it's racist?
We both know that. So you don't think outkick is racist, bro?
I don't know. I think they got an agenda. Yeah, I think they got an agenda.
P100, bro.
They definitely got an agenda.
Bro, all I'm saying is, bro, come on, is what is what? Bro, I'm just saying, that's just like Shell Sonnen. Bro, I'm not listening to nothing that he's saying, bro. Like I don't care. Like somebody else got to tell me this information. I'm not listening to what Shell Sonnen. I'm not listening to what Enes Kanter. I'm not listening to what they saying, bro. Like, period, bro. We both know that those two dudes got some type of animosity or some personal going on with LeBron. We can see it from a mile away. So all I'm saying is I'm not listening to them, bro.
So who are you listening to when they having a topic of LeBron?
It's somebody that I can identify with that doesn't always have something negative to say about LeBron.
But you listening to me though? You think I got something negative to say about LeBron?
Man, you so like I fuck with you, bro. Like I'm looking in the comment section and somebody said I need to have you on the panel, man. You want to come on Friday? Man, I would love to, bro.
All right.
I would love to, bro. I fuck with you, bro. I just like it's just bro. I fuck with LeBron, bro. And at the end of the day, like, just to me, bro, like overall, bro, he catch. I ain't gonna say he catch too much heat, but to me, like the criticism, it's criticism in everything that nigga do, bro.
I know, Young, but Young, be for real though, Young. Seriously, LeBron is a clown. He be bringing this stuff on himself, dude. Did you see the video he posted of the offhand free throw contest he had with everybody? And
I ain't see it. I ain't see it. What
okay, look, they got a video that hit social media last week. Him, AD, Adebayo, I think Derek White. They was having a free throw contest with their offhand. Now we all know LeBron writes left-handed.
Yeah, he ambidextrous though.
But he shoots right-handed.
Yeah, he shoots right-handed.
This clown was having a free throw shooting contest with them. They all was shooting left-handed, but since LeBron is quote unquote left-handed, his offhand happened to be his dominant hand that he's been using for his whole life playing basketball. So he's shooting right-handed while they shooting left-handed. And then he won, and then he crowned himself king. Bro, that's corny, man. That's corny. Seriously.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Yeah.
Come on, we're not supposed to clown that. We can't clown that. I love LeBron to death, man, but look, I got a cousin that every family reunion we go to, all I do is joke on him. But I love him to death. It's the same thing with LeBron. He is a freaking clown. He's family, but he's a freaking clown.
Yeah. See, I ain't talking about no shit like that. Like shit like that, bro. You do something like that, nigga, and it warn, nigga, people roasting you. Yeah, I ain't talking about no shit like that, nigga. Have at it. Yeah. And listen, bro, I do understand that sometimes. Okay. Let me be real with you. Okay, last year when he had his wife on the stage and when they was introducing him and all that, like that night was kind of cringy to me. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
You're right.
So I can agree with you like on some things just to say that he wouldn't do or I wouldn't do or some shit like that. But all I'll be talking about, bro, is on the basketball court. Like the rest of that shit to me, it comes with territory.
I know, man, but y'all ain't telling me how y'all want me to cover LeBron though. Like I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong. I'm just being honest. He's the most polarizing star in the NBA. Shoot, I lost the phone hung up, young. Call back. But my thing is he's the most polarizing basketball player in the NBA. He gives us a lot of content, right? It's hard not to talk about him if you're going to talk basketball because he's making sure him and Clutch Sports and the media is making sure that he's part of the conversation, right? They do that they make sure that he's part of the conversation. Hey, caller from Florida, man, cut YouTube off in the background.
Because he's making sure him and Clutch Sports and the media is making
Florida,
sure.
caller from Florida, cut the YouTube off in the background.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. You hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. What's your thoughts?
Yo, I'm glad somebody got some sense, man, and could see what's going on out here. You know what I'm saying? You hit on a lot of topics from just Carmelo Anthony's career with AD, and basically I just want to say like LeBron got a lot of power and control in the NBA, right? You hear me?
Yeah, I'm with you. I agree.
Where he got a lot of power and control in the NBA, and just like with the Kyrie situation, I think he was overshadowed by LeBron's career when he hit that big shot in the finals, right? And Kyrie kind of seen what happened like with the media, and he was like, "Yo, I'm not getting the credit when I just hit the big shot." You know what I'm saying? And LeBron's getting all the credit, and I think that's why he bounced.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
And like that kind of messed up Kyrie's whole career. Like he's like, "Yo, I can't be the 1A or the 1B to this guy. I got to do it on my own because I'll never get the credit. All the credit's gonna go to LeBron."
Correct. You know, Kobe had that same thought process with Shaq. Like he said, winning with Shaq was great. Winning 3 straight was great, but he saw himself different than how everyone else saw him, and he didn't want to be seen like a Scottie Pippen. So he was like, I got to do the hard thing and separate myself from Shaq so I can prove to everyone that I'm not Scottie, I'm more Michael. So there's nothing wrong with someone saying, I want my place in history and I want to prove it to you, right? The difference between LeBron is that he's not taking harder paths so he can prove to you where he wants his place to be. He's taking easier paths by going to go play with all the dudes he's supposed to compete with. Like it was the opposite of what Kobe did. Kobe separated himself from a great like Shaq. LeBron is going to go look for multiple greats to play with like Shaq, and so he can get the ring, and then he wants you to mention him amongst the greats. But you're not doing what the greats did. You're not winning with the cards that you was dealt. You're asking for a reshuffle, and you're gonna keep reshuffling the deck and keep getting dealt new hands so you can continue to win. And I just think that's real cheap, man.
Yeah, and another thing that you were saying with like how he played with Chris Bosh, he played with Kyrie, and like you didn't mention like Kevin Love, like all of these guys like were bona fide stars. Like they had like real good careers, and as soon as they got with LeBron, it's like all of their juice was gone. You know what I'm saying? Like all their juice just left the building. Like he sucked the talent out of them, literally. Oh, but it's crazy. And even like when you were talking about Carmelo Anthony, like his rookie year, Carmelo Anthony had better numbers than LeBron.
I agree. And his team made the playoffs. And his team made the playoffs too.
Right. And LeBron won Rookie of the Year. Like it was set up. The NBA was set up in LeBron's favor. And like I'm glad that like I'm not the only person who could see what's going on. Like LeBron is just he's the marketing person. Like he's the market person for the NBA.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that. I gotta agree with you on that for sure, man. I gotta agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But yeah, good call though. Good call, man. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna try to get one more call in here before I move to the next topic, man. Thanks.
Yes, sir.
I seen my guy in here, national sports chat in here, man. What's up, big dog? Stand activity. Sheesh. Phone calls coming in. Caller from New York, man. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, man. I appreciate you picking up. I hear what you say, man, but you sound clouded a little bit, man. Listen.
Okay, I could be clouded. I could be. Go ahead.
All I'm gonna say for the viewers.
Okay.
You guys are talking about people who were on teams that were gonna go nowhere. These guys decided to come with Braun because they played with Braun through AAU.
Hold on, be specific. Hold on. Back up. Which guy? Be specific. Say the names.
So you talk about anybody that you bring. So you talk about Kevin Love. Talk about Chris Bosh. He brought them dudes with him. Chris Bosh wasn't going to win in Toronto. Chris Bosh knew that he was going to be the third wheel.
Okay.
Melo didn't want to come. Melo said in his interview, Melo was about his money. He wasn't taking shorts for anybody.
Okay.
He took the 4-year deal when Bosh, Wade, and LeBron took the 3-year.
Right.
When they teamed up, Melo had already had his 4-year deal. He couldn't come.
Right.
When they wanted to trade for Melo, it wasn't going to be possible, so it wasn't going to happen.
Right.
They had the conversation because they all chill together.
Correct.
On top of that, Braun is no different from what Braun's doing than what Mike did.
You think
Michael
so?
Jordan had the rules.
Well, hold
Michael
on.
Jordan had the rules
Hold on. So you may want I don't want you to forget what you're trying to say, but I do want to address. I do want to address the first part because if you say like three different points, I ain't gonna be able to address all of them.
All right.
So your first point is that the dudes that came with LeBron to Miami or Cleveland or whatever you talking about, Bosh, Kevin Love, J.R. Smith, whoever the case may be, you saying they wasn't going to win without Jordan Bryan. And okay, you might be right about that, right?
But, and so that's why they went. He made sure they got their money.
Correct. But
he made sure they got their money and they became winners. Chris Bosh wouldn't be a Hall of Famer if he might still be a Hall of Famer, but no, he wouldn't.
You could be right about that. But if that is true, how does that change what I said about the move that he's making? Like, it don't change anything. Just because he grabbed guy. Because I'm gonna say this. Let's take Chris Bosh for a second. What was his average before he joined Miami?
What was his what?
What was his average points per game, rebounds?
Points per game, all that's nothing.
I'm just asking. What was his average?
He was like 20 and 10.
20 and 10.
Same
right?
Thing,
okay. 20 and 10. Right. So that's good enough to be a number two.
Never made it out the first round.
Right.
Never made it out the first round in a weak Eastern Conference.
Correct. But that's good enough to be a number two for a superstar like Wade, Melo, or LeBron. Correct. That's good enough to beat Scottie Pippen. Correct.
No, he's gonna be a 3. He's gonna be
no. 20 and 10 is good enough to be a Scottie Pippen. What was Scottie Pippen's average?
No. So you talking about?
Hold on. What was Scottie Pippen's average?
Scottie Pippen average was like 17, 18 points.
Okay, so 20 and 10 is good enough to be a Scottie Pippen, right? Because that's all Paul
20 and 10 by yourself.
Right, but that's all Paul. That's all Pau Gasol was getting. Right, and he was a Scottie Pippen for Kobe, correct?
No.
Hold on. Wait. Let's get.
Getting 24.
Wait. Okay, Powell was getting 24. So, but he was a great Scottie Pippen behind Kobe, correct? The point I'm trying to make is all you needed, or if you're trying to follow the Jordan blueprint and you want to be compared to Jordan, all Jordan had was a Scottie Pippen as far as his co-star. LeBron James with the Heat had a Scottie Pippen level player in Bosh, and he had a Kobe level player in Wade.
Listen to everything. Listen to everything that you're missing on that.
No. Am I right about that though?
No,
hold on. Is Wade above Scottie or on the same level as Scottie?
I would say Wade's on the same level as Scottie.
Okay, is Bosh on the same level as Scottie or above Scottie?
No. With them,
20 and 10 is Scottie Pippen. That's all you need.
No.
20 and 10 is all you need.
20 and 10 with LeBron.
Because he was playing.
Average 20 and 10 with LeBron.
Listen, if Scottie Pippen was on the same team with Jordan and Barkley, he wasn't going to average the 17 that he averaged. My point.
Yes, he would have.
No, he would not. He would not have had the same average if Barkley was.
Barkley would have been the one to not average 24.
Why would that be? Okay, so whoever the third wheel is going to be the one who average goes down. That's my point.
That's
okay. So, but guess what? Even as a third wheel, he was averaging the same thing as Scotty, 17. So my point is this: when you are LeBron James and you want to be compared to Jordan, you can't go get Kobe and Scotty and then say, "Oh, I got 4 rings." So compare me with Jordan when all Jordan had was Scotty.
See, you're wrong. You're wrong because now when you talk about that Miami team, besides Bosh, Wade, and LeBron, who else did they have? They had G Leaguers with them.
Who?
So we all know that. What do you mean? Who's the starting point guard? Who's the starting point guard the first
Mario Chalmers is an outstanding player. Are you serious?
Thomas was not the starting. Thomas was not the starting point guard the first year.
Okay, so he wasn't, but the second year, Mario Chalmers. Wait. Hold on, Mario Chalmers. Then you come off the bench with Ray Allen, right? Hold on. They had Ray Allen. Wait. They had Ray Allen. Wait.
Ray Allen was still a superstar.
Wait. They had Ray Allen. They had Rashard Lewis. They had Mike Miller. Mike Miller was part of a. Mike Miller. Mike Miller was
mixing it up.
Mike Miller. No. We're just talking about whatever year. It wasn't year 1 for sure.
No, you talking
it wasn't
year
1 for sure.
Combined everything. You talking about all 4 years.
Yeah, but you're not about to gloss over the fact that that bench was good too.
That who?
The bench was good too.
No, the bench was horrible. That's the number one thing. That was the problem for Miami. That's why Braun got out of there. He saw that you couldn't do nothing else.
If Miami was doing all that great stuff for him, why he leave?
For one, it was a Pat Riley thing. Okay,
you don't think it had nothing to do with the health of D Wade's knees? You don't think he wanted a healthy number 2?
I truly don't think it was that. I think it was Pat Riley because if you knew everything that was going on,
Dwayne Wade thinks so.
If that was the case, then why did Dwayne Wade go with him to Cleveland?
Because his career was done. His career was done already.
No, it wasn't.
He knew his knees was done.
When he went to Cleveland,
he knew his knees was done. You're not listening to these guys talk and connecting the dots pretty well. It's like a puzzle piece of my brother. What's your name?
My name's Rod. But you pulling pieces, Rod, R-O-D. You pulling pieces together and you're not syncing it together.
All right,
and that's the stuff that's being confused.
All right, so I'll let you get to your second point. Get to your second point. But yeah, I'm not.
The second part is this.
All right, go ahead.
The second part is this. People get upset with Braun because he dictates his own legacy, as opposed to when a team then says, you know what, it's best for us, let us get you out of here. Braun's not going to let a GM or owner dictate his legacy. He takes it into his own control. So he knows players that he can play with. He knows the type of system he wants to run. Why you think he won championships with coaches who's never won? Look at all of the championships he won. Ask me any coach who's won a championship after him. After he left, none. He comes, he does his thing, and he leaves, and they don't be the same. Because LeBron is controlling that. People getting mad with that. When coaches sit up there, when teams trade a player because it's better for the team, nobody says anything. But because a player takes it into his own hands and controls what he's going to do and his legacy, people got a problem with that because they keep comparing the shit to the past. You can't keep comparing to the past because in Jordan's era, players didn't have the power. Only Jordan had the power. So they couldn't dictate stuff, and the money was going up. So they were trying to get all the money they can. They didn't care about winning championships. Look at Barkley. Look at Pat Ewing. That's why they don't have chips, because they said, I'm getting the money. Barkley became the closest. Pat Ewing could have left. Pat Ewing could have had Alonzo Mourning with him. Alonzo Mourning called Pat Ewing.
All right, you got to get to your point. So your point is that people are mad that LeBron is dictating into his own hands. All right, my
GM player and coach.
And my response to that is that no one is mad he's doing that. That's why they say. Hold on. I just let you go on a whole rant. Hold on, calm down.
You're right.
No. Well, I speak for myself. I can't speak for everyone. I'm not mad that he's doing that. However, when I'm comparing, like, he wants to be compared with Jordan. So when I compare what he did by being his own GM and handpicking players and handpicking superstars and joining superstars, doing that to get his rings. When I compare that to what Jordan did, one is obviously a harder path. Don't you agree?
Who had a harder path?
The guy who wasn't manipulating and controlling his own destiny and doing like the only
thing Jordan didn't control and manipulate his destiny. That's
the only thing that Jordan did to control his destiny is say, "Oh man, the Pistons really beating me. Let me get in the weight room and get bigger and stronger, and then let me give my hold on. Let me give my trainer Tim Grover over to Scottie Pippen and get him right as well, and let me get my whole team in the weight room and let us get better every single time, and let's go back and try to fight and beat these same guys that beat us. All right, let's get better that way." That was his way of getting better. LeBron was saying, "Let me leave this whole organization. Let me get in the front office and let me dictate. Oh, don't draft. Oh, you draft Wiggins. I don't want Wiggins. He's a rookie. Trade him for Kevin Love. Go trade for Iman Shumpert and J.R. Smith and go get this and fly David Black. Promote Tyronn Lue. Do this. Run this offense. Blah, blah, blah. All this stuff. Oh, man, we lost to Dallas because I can't play off ball. Let's play brown ball in Miami." Like, he's doing all of these things and maneuvering and doing all this stuff. That's easier to handpick that versus Michael Jordan saying, "All right, give me a coach. Oh, that's the offense. You want the triangle? I don't want to do the triangle, but I do it. I'll let you coach me. All right, let's get better. All right, let's go win." That's the harder path. And then on top of that, he took the harder path and won more.
You think he took the harder path?
Do you tell me? You can't tell me. Look, listen.
I disagree with you, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Hold on, right? You can't tell me that we're mad that LeBron did that, and then come back and tell me the same thing that's what Jordan did. So are we mad that Jordan did it?
Jordan did do that.
Okay, so that
you saying that?
Hold on. So that negates your whole argument that people are mad that LeBron did it, and if you go come back and say Jordan did it, the only reason why you saying Jordan did it is because we know what LeBron did was cheaper, and now you want company. That's what everybody do when someone points out something that LeBron does. Let's go find another great that did it. LeBron's leading the entire world in turnovers for his career. It's some other greats on that list as well. Who cares? Guess who's not on that list? Michael Jordan's not on that top 10 list in turnovers. So I mean, just because you can find another great that has done something clownish or trash that LeBron has done doesn't make it okay. Especially when you're trying to compare him to a player who didn't do it in Michael Jordan. But yeah,
you can't say that.
Look, I'll take your comments off the air, big dog. You can say your last thing though. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Say your last thing.
To sit up there to say that Jordan didn't do that, Jordan did that, and the simple fact is, Jordan got the rules changed because he couldn't beat the Pistons, and then what did Jordan do?
That's a whole different conversation. That's a whole different conversation.
No.
We're talking about the manipulation. We're talking about roster moves and GMing and team hopping and handpicking superstars and joining your draft class and joining your competition that you supposed. Jordan didn't join Patrick Ewing or Charles Barkley.
Jordan picked the people who beat him up, who he complained about, to win his championship. Look how many Pistons was on them Bulls when they won their championship.
John Sally?
Huh?
You talking about? Hold on. All right, so this is gonna be very interesting. This is gonna be very interesting because you're saying, all right, so we talking about the same Pistons team that Michael Jordan only beat because they got old. Are you one of those guys that believe that?
Well, you don't believe that was true?
Well, let's say it is. You saying that Michael Jordan beat the Pistons because they was old, right?
No matter what, they beat them. So at the end of the day,
but they beat them because the Pistons was old, correct?
I say that they beat them because they was old. They could not beat them in their prime.
So now you go come back and say he had Pistons on his team when he won, but so he went and got old guys and won with them.
First of all, yes, he did.
Okay,
so
all right. So
what I'm saying is not false. It's a fact.
Oh, okay, so he got old guys and won with them, and you want and you saying that's a bad thing?
Did you consider Dennis Rodman to be an old dude?
Well, no, you did because you said the whole Pistons was old. You said the Pistons got old.
No. I say he beat the Pistons as a team because the Pistons was old.
Okay.
I say he went and took the same Pistons.
Okay, so he got old. So he got
age.
old guys. He didn't go and get Joe Dumars and Isaiah, the best players. You're telling me he went and got John Sally, Rodman, and James Edwards. You saying James Edwards, John Sally, who neither one of them really got in the game, and Rodman was 35. And then the second year he was with the Bulls, he had a whole knee brace on and was restricted and was barely out there jumping. So he got old guys that you got.
That's what you're gonna say about Rodman. But Rodman was an all-star.
But listen,
led the league in rebounding all 3 years of the Bulls.
But listen, both of these things can't be a negative. One of them got to be a positive. So if he beat the Detroit Pistons because they was old, but he took the worst of those Detroit Pistons and won with them when they was old, one of them is a good thing and one of them is a bad thing. They both can't be bad. You choose. Which one is the bad? Which one is the bad thing? Beating the old people or winning with the old people? Which one is bad?
Beating the old people.
Okay, so winning with the old people, we can't even bring that up as a conversation when we're talking about LeBron manipulating the front office and getting players and teaming up and doing all this stuff and getting coaches fired. That's not the same thing as Michael Jordan getting an old John Sally, an old Rodman, and an old James Edwards.
How many coaches did Michael Jordan get fired?
I don't know, but I know one thing. When he got a rookie head coach named Phil Jackson, he won 6 rings with him. So
we don't know. But listen, Phil Jackson has won without Michael Jordan.
Great.
No coach LeBron has won without him.
I bet you if LeBron had if a coach that coached LeBron had freaking Shaq and Kobe, he would have won.
Shaq and Kobe never won without Phil Jackson.
No, but my point is, if a coach left LeBron and ran across Shaq and Kobe, they would have won.
You did.
What coach have left? What coach has left? Hold on. What coach has left LeBron and stumbled across Shaq and Kobe? Kobe, the second best player of all time. Shaq, a top 5 center of all time. What coach has done that? Because all I see is LeBron keeps leaving and finding top 10 players to play with. But yeah, man, I got to get to the next topic, man. I got about 15 minutes to do this last time. I won't get to the mellow topic. Hey, Rod, thanks for calling, man. It's been a pleasure, bro. It's been a pleasure for real, man.
Here, man.
Look, listen. Even though we don't agree, and even though we both talked over each other a little bit, we both still respected each other's opinion, and I appreciate that, man. This was a good call. I'm gonna lock you in and say your number, man. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you call back. All right.
I really did, man. Thanks, man.
All right, man. Thanks.
All right.
Yeah. I might can take one more if it's very quick. If it's very quick, but okay, here's Georgia. Caller from Georgia, you gonna be the last one for this topic. And we'll try to make this one quick. Go ahead.
We have to stop letting these LeBron fans on here, man.
Why? Why? They got a voice, and you know.
Yeah, they got a voice, but
yeah.
But if you're gonna say Detroit, that the Bulls picked from Detroit team, that's a joke. That's the biggest joke you could ever come up with.
Yeah. But Isaiah threw it out there, so people are running with it.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, Rodman had played himself out the league before the Bulls picked him up.
Correct.
And Edwards, that played with Boston, was washed up, and Sally didn't even play.
Correct. Edwards never. Edwards really didn't play either. And come on, man. And you're right about Rodman almost playing himself out the league. The Spurs was so done with him, man. They traded him for Will Purdue.
Exactly. They come up with these crazy narratives just to keep LeBron up. The same way he killing the Olympics, man. LeBron is trash, man. They have to stop that, man. He killing the Olympics. Tatum ain't playing. Everybody mad at LeBron, man. LeBron, he kill a team no matter where he go, man.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna go that far and say he kill a team. I mean, but he do take.
Man, Chris Bosh said the same thing, man. He killed that, man. He killed Chris Bosh's career, man.
Yeah, but Chris Bosh did make his money. He did become a Hall of Famer. He did get 2 rings. So I mean, it is what it is.
But Chris Bosh would have been a way bigger player if he wouldn't have played with LeBron. He sacrificed his career. that's just like me sacrificing my career to make you a better player, and you get all the credit for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That everybody LeBron played with, nobody. They say LeBron makes everybody better, but nobody benefits playing with LeBron, man.
Yeah.
If you can get one person that can name one player that benefit playing with LeBron, I stop calling in forever.
It depends. It depends on what you call benefit, though. I mean, winning is a benefit, and you got to admit, LeBron.
But why LeBron only get the credit for it?
I mean, that's the media. That's Clutch Sports. You know, I can't connect the dots that LeBron is orchestrating it, but I can say that he's not trying to do anything to stop it.
He funded. He know discipline.
I mean, but it could just be Rich Paul though. Like we don't know for 100% fact that LeBron is the one that's calling these shots. It could just be Rich Paul doing it.
No, we can never pinpoint it, but LeBron is in the middle of it, man. Man, it's a reason everywhere that guy go, man. It's a problem. It's a problem with him and Embiid and Tatum. It's a problem everywhere he go, man.
Yeah.
You can never see Jordan on the team and dude complaining about playing. Everybody should be playing on this Olympic team. Everybody should be getting in the game. It's a problem. It's a problem because everybody had to fix their game to play around LeBron.
Yeah,
everybody had to fit in around LeBron.
That is true. That's true for sure.
And I ain't gonna hold you up no longer, big guy. But that guy was crazy with his Dennis Rodman.
Yeah. I always laugh at the Detroit Pistons. Oh man, he went and got Detroit to go come. They weren't even playing a significant role. Like James Edwin and John Sally, really. Like that's diabolical. But all right, man. Thanks for the call.
All right.
All right, let's get to the last topic. We won't touch that. I come back tonight and do this this Carmelo Anthony topic about him talking about LeBron trying to get him to join them in Miami. So we'll do that topic. I might get on the Caitlin Clark part of it a little bit, man, because Caitlin fans, man, that's they got to be studied for real, man. Like, I mean, I can't say too much. I mean, like Trump supporters and Caitlin fans, they might be the same crowd, man. So, but yeah, let's get into Michael Jordan. So we was talking about Paul Pierce. You know, he was discussing how, you know, the team is catered around, or the offense is catered around LeBron, and it spells disaster for his co-stars and his role players. It's all about LeBron. And then Enes Kanter kind of talked about how he manipulates things and he dictates things as well. But I kind of want to compare that with Michael Jordan, right? This got pulled from one of the documentaries, one of the old documentaries, and it was just talking about Phil and his approach when he first got there and what he wanted to do with the offense and how he wanted to use Michael Jordan, right? And I think we all have heard some of them, kind of mention this on the Last Dance when he said that when Phil showed up, Michael Jordan was playing with the ball in his hand a lot, kind of like how LeBron and Luka Doncic is doing. And Doug Collins was allowing that. Like Doug Collins was one of those coaches that was an enabler of Jordan. Like Doug Collins would have ruined Michael Jordan because he couldn't tell Michael Jordan no, right? Which is why Michael Jordan wanted him in Washington, because he needed a yes man, right? So Michael Jordan didn't have a yes man in college. Dean Smith wasn't that type of guy, right? Michael Jordan played in the system. He had to scale some of his game back. That's why we didn't know how great he was going to be, because we couldn't see everything that he was capable of in North Carolina. Like Dean Smith was pulling him out of the game so he wouldn't get 30. Like, Dean Smith was a real coach, right? So Michael Jordan was used to being coached, but Doug Collins just wasn't doing it. He was letting Jordan do anything. So when Jordan was everything for the offense, his numbers was through the roof. So we could have seen a different Mike. We could have seen a Michael Jordan that had every record and all the stats, but with less rings, right? If Michael Jordan would have continued to play the way he was playing under Doug Collins, he might have got 1 or 2 rings. But with Phil Jackson coming and having some balls to say, no, this is not what we're doing. We're not playing Michael Jordan ball, like Brian ball. We're not playing Jordan ball. We're playing my offense. But the great thing about Michael Jordan is that since he was already coached by Dean, he fell into place. He didn't try to get Phil fired because he was trying to coach him, which is what LeBron did with David Blatt. He was trying to coach him, so he got him fired, right? He let Phil come in. They probably had a disagreement about it at first, but once they started winning, Michael Jordan was like, all right, cool, I'm sold. I'm in there. This is what we're doing now. I can still get my 30 in this offense. I just ain't gonna have the ball all the time. Pippen to have it, the point guard to have it, and we're running this triangle and it's equal opportunity and we're sharing the ball and all that stuff. And it turned out really great for Michael Jordan and the Bulls and Phil Jackson and Scottie and whoever else was involved, right? And that's all I wanted LeBron to do. It's too late for him to do it now, but I wanted LeBron to do that when he was at Cleveland. I was like, LeBron, just please get out of this Brian ball high screen and roll offense. Just please just get out of it and run a real offense and you will win more. But LeBron never did it. But I want to play for you some of the things that were said.
In July of 1989, Doug Collins was replaced by assistant coach Phil Jackson, who had an idea how the Bulls might win.
I called Michael in and told him basically what I saw as a problem with the team is that, everything's centered around him. I said, the team had to share the basketball. And he said to me, you're not going to run that equal opportunity offense, are you? And I said, yeah, I am.
Phil Jackson's trying to convince Jordan that the triangle offense is going to work. During the game, Jordan comes over to me at press row and he goes, can you believe this freaking offense? This is ridiculous.
You got double or triple teamed in a game.
Well, y'all can't hear it. It's too low.
In July of 1989,
what about now? How that sound?
Replaced by assistant coach Phil Jackson, who had an idea how the Bulls might win.
I called Michael in and told him basically what I saw as a problem with the team is that, everything's centered around him. I said, the team had to share the basketball. And he said to me, you're not going to run that equal opportunity offense, are you? And I said, yeah, I am.
Phil Jackson's trying to convince Jordan that the triangle offense is going to work. During the game, Jordan comes over to me at press row and he goes, can you believe this freaking offense? This is ridiculous.
You got double or triple teamed in a game in Milwaukee, and Bill Cartwright is screaming for him to throw him the ball, and he says, I'm all by myself, you're double teamed. Michael.
Oh, okay. So look, I think what's going on, right? I'm gonna play it again, but I think what's going on is that I think I might have recorded this too high, and when I play it, the volume goes too high, and my equipment automatically ducks it down so it won't bust the speakers or something like that. It's a feature on that. So I'm gonna play it one more time. I'm gonna play it low because as soon as it go too high, it's gonna clip the volume down. Right. So I'm gonna try it again. If y'all can't hear it, then I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm still gonna talk about it. So here you go.
In July of 1989, Doug Collins was replaced by assistant coach Phil Jackson, who had an idea how the Bulls might win.
I called Michael in and told him basically what I saw as a problem with the team is that, everything's centered around him. I said, the team had to share the basketball. And he said to me, you're not going to run that equal opportunity offense, are you? And I said, yeah, I am.
Phil Jackson's trying to convince Jordan that the triangle offense is going to work. During the game, Jordan comes over to me at press row and he goes, can you believe this freaking offense? This is ridiculous.
You got double or triple teamed in a game in Milwaukee, and Bill Cartwright is screaming for him to throw him the ball, and he says, I'm all by myself, you're double teamed. Michael felt the team had a better chance of winning if he was shooting off double teams versus Bill Cartwright or Horace Grant shooting by themselves.
There was a lot of feeling that Michael Jordan didn't make his teammates better, that he wanted to score all the time, and that he wouldn't pass the ball to certain people, and there was the feeling that he was not quite good enough to win a championship.
Came a point in his life, in his career, like, man, if I don't trust these guys, I don't think I'm gonna win a championship.
All right, so sheesh. Right. So basically what they were saying was that Michael Jordan didn't want to come off the ball. And not coming off the ball would have been great for his stats. He would have had of course he was a scorer, so he was going to get the points. But if you also give him the ball, that means he's going to get the bulk of the assists as well. So what we're seeing with LeBron, Luka, and James Harden, we would have seen with Mike. He would have had crazy numbers. His assist numbers would have been high. I mean, we would have had to talk about him a little bit, but would we be talking about him as the GOAT? Because he wouldn't have 2 3-peats if he didn't want to come off the ball and play in a real offense, right? So I think where Michael Jordan was at before Phil, when he was doing everything on offense, is where LeBron stayed at his whole career. It's almost like it's supposed to be a natural progression, right? It's like driving a stick shift and you in first or second gear, and then you get to a certain speed on the highway and you need to go to third or fourth gear, right? I think LeBron stayed in second gear his whole career. He was supposed to go up to a different level of basketball where he's not going for these stats all the time. Like Mike was getting the stats, but they was getting beat in the playoffs. The next progression for a great player is to come off the ball and let your teammates help you, not you helping them. You get what I'm saying? You don't need their help. You're supposed to be the great player. You don't need their help. You do what you do. They do what they do, and let them help you. Right? How does someone like Scottie Pippen help Mike? By one, following his lead and doing it on the defensive end first, because that's what Mike was as well. I'm gonna defend. I need everybody else to defend. So Scottie was like, I'm with you. I'm gonna be in tip top shape just like you, and I'm gonna defend. So now we got these 2 great defenders. But what you do well is score the basketball. If I was asking you to be a lockdown defender, and then also asking you to score 70% of the points, and then also asking you to guard the best defender, and also ask you to facilitate, why the hell would I want one player doing all that? So what Scottie was doing was, look, I'm a point forward. I'm good at handling the ball, and I can pass. I facilitate. I make sure this offense run. And instead of you guarding the best player every night, I'm going to take on some of that as well. You concentrate on playing. Just whoever you're guarding, make sure you're guarding them great, right? Michael Jordan ain't got to guard the best player every single night, but as long as whoever he's guarding, he's not a liability on defense, he's not lazy, he's not getting beat back door, or none of that stuff, right? So whoever he did guard, he guarded them well. So give me that effort. You ain't got to guard the best one, but guard somebody. LeBron took it upon himself to stop defending because I'm doing so much on offense. You can't possibly expect me to defend too. That's the attitude of Harden, Westbrook, Luka, and LeBron when they was doing facilitating and all the scoring. I'm doing all the assisting, I'm running the offense, and I'm scoring. Let me take a break somewhere. That's their attitude. Oh, I take my break on defense. I go guard the least offensive player in the corner, and then y'all go defend. That's what Luka and LeBron was doing. Y'all defend. I'm taking a break on defense because I'm doing so much on offense. That's a horrible attitude to have. Mike, I'm defending. Scottie, you can take the best player to give me a little bit of break. If you need a break, we can swap out. I'll take the best player, whatever the case may be. But I need to get these points because I'm 70% of our offense as far as points. You facilitate and make sure this triangle offense run, but it's equal opportunity. That's winning basketball. And Michael Jordan had to be reminded of that. He did it in college, but when he got to the pros, he was like, man, this is my first time where I can shine like I want to. And he shined, and Phil Jackson came in and said, all right, look, now it's time for you to win. We got to go back to playing equal opportunity basketball. He didn't like it at first because dominating the basketball is a powerful drug. it must be more powerful than cocaine, because the players that dominate the basketball, they do not want to stop dominating the basketball. I mean, it don't matter who you put on Dallas team. Luka will not stop dominating the basketball. Harden, I mean, it's like pulling teeth. Westbrook, the Bron hive had to come after him and destroy him for him to humble himself enough not to want the ball. Like, it's a powerful drug. And Michael Jordan just went real easy. Okay, I got you, Phil. I'm in a triangle. Right? Why was it easy for Michael Jordan to do that? Well, because he had already done it in college, and he had the skill set, and he had he wanted to win so bad that whatever skill set he needed to add to it, he went and got that as well. But listen to him talking about who his best coach was.
Who would I want to coach? Phil Jackson or Dean Smith? Dean Smith. Wow. Unfortunately, Dean Smith helped me become the basketball player I am today. Phil was lucky because I was taught the game like Dean Smith.
He said who would he want to coach, and who his favorite coach was or best coach was. He said Dean Smith, not Phil. He said Dean Smith taught him the game. He said he made me the basketball player I am today. And he said that Phil was lucky. And I agree. Phil was lucky that he got a player that when he told him no and told him that he taking the ball out of his hand and told him he implementing the offense that's going to have him off the ball, when he told him those things, they butted heads just a little bit, but eventually Michael Jordan bought into it, and he bought into it 100%, and they won big. When LeBron is faced with that type of coach, he has him fired. Him and David Blatt did not get along because David Blatt saw a different way of playing basketball that LeBron didn't disagree with, and they butted heads, and he got him fired. He needed a yes man. He needed a Doug Collins, right? So Michael Jordan is telling the truth. Yeah, without Dean Smith instilling in me what team basketball is, I wouldn't have known how to do it when Phil asked me to do it, right? Furthermore, if I didn't have off-ball skills, if I couldn't catch and shoot, if I couldn't dribble and pull up from mid-range, if I couldn't shoot free throws, if I couldn't score with just moving without the ball and getting the ball that way, like all of those things you have to have if you're not going to have the ball in your hand. You have to have off-ball skills. LeBron didn't develop it enough for him to be able to still be LeBron without the ball, right? Michael Jordan was still Michael Jordan with or without the ball. So he developed his game in so many different areas, which is why it's weird when I hear people say that LeBron is the best all-around player. When I'm like, dude, you can't play without the ball. How are you better all around? You don't play defense. Last time I checked, if you go all around, you have to go on defense. All around is just not who rebounds and assists and scores. Why do we think that's all around? So yeah, Michael Jordan had the skill set. He was able to do it. LeBron wasn't. And that's what we're watching. We're watching still in this year 20, he still got to be the point guard. If he would have developed them off-ball skills, he might have been a GOAT. He might have been a GOAT. So not gonna open the phone lines up for this one, man, but that's it. That's all I wanted to say about that. I didn't get to the mellow topic, but we'll get to it tonight. I'm gonna go live again tonight, man. So I appreciate y'all for joining me. Make sure you hit that like button on your way out if you haven't already done it. Make sure you hit that share button as well. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I'll catch y'all tonight. Peace.